Wow, I love that. Thank you, Mary Lee and Bill, for that music. That is great. Good morning. Good morning. Well, I look forward to our time together this morning when we can connect for a time of reflection. We welcome you this morning to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Northern Nevada, where it is our mission to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. My name is Dave Bianchi, and I'm serving as your worship associate today. I know that I should say you should know that we welcome all to be part of us, regardless of racial identity, age, economic circumstances, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Now, if you're someone who's viewing this for your and it's your first exposure to us, feel free to contact our office or our website for more information. That's also where you can download a newcomer form. You can sign up for our newsletter that keeps you informed of all the activities that go on within UUFNN. You may notice on the top of your screen, there's a speaker or gallery icon, and that allows you to switch back and forth however you want to view the service. Also, you can go to the upper right corner of your picture and find 3 dots and look for rename and change the name if it's not on your picture. We love to know who's out there so we can say hi. You will remain muted throughout the service. You can make comments on the chat box anytime, and you will be invited to join our coffee time after the service. So thank you for being with us this morning.
As we gather this morning, we take a moment to pause and remember Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The notorious RBG was the first Jewish person and the second woman to serve on the US Supreme Court. She passed just as Rosh Hashanah was beginning, the Jewish New Year, that most sacred time in the Jewish calendar. On how she'd like to be remembered, RBJ said, as someone who used whatever talent she had to do her work to the very best of her ability to repair tears in society, to make things a little better through the use of whatever ability she had. She implores us to fight for the things you care about, but do it in a way that will lead others to join you. And so today, and in these days, we honor her memory by redoubling our efforts in the fight.
I hope you'll join me this morning in lighting our chalice with these words. As the chalice is lit, let us come together into the sacred space we have created. Let the cares of the day fall away and know that here is a place for quiet reflection, for a pause in our lives, for breathing into our true selves. Let what is said and felt here add richness to the dimensions of our lives and spiritual practices. We are strong together in community. We share the experience of being human. Let the warmth of the chalice, lit during our time together, connect us and carry us into the world.
In the warmth of your presence, I am safe at home. I will stand, I will stand. In the deepest conflict, I am not alone. I will stand, I will stand, I will stand. circle in me, I will stand, I will stand. I will stand in myself when I'm not feeling strong. I will stand, I will stand. I will tear down the walls and sing a freedom song. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand with this spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will gather the courage I have found in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will honor the vision of who I will be. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand with this spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand with this spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand.
Just over 6 months ago, we were plunged into a situation that we could not have foreseen. In COVID, in the middle of March, we suddenly had to close the building, and we took worship and everything that we do online. We had to grapple with masks and distancing and staying home. And we have come to realize that this is a marathon and not a sprint. So it's an important time to take pause, to stop, to take stock of where we are, to take a breath, and to name those things that we have lost, that we have gained, that we have learned, and that we want to consider going forward, even in these times. A little bit later, you're going to have the opportunity in our service to participate in some small groups to express just those things. What the last few months has been like as a congregation. What are the things that are important for us to carry forward? How do we see our future together? What do we need? These will be facilitated conversations, and you'll have a chance to respond to a few questions. And the staff and the board will take this data and use it in our planning decisions. With all of the change in our world, we want to be the very best community that we can be for each other, and to make a difference in our world, to change our world, and to do our justice work. So we need this time of process, and we need this input, and we need your thoughts and your voice to take this pause to help us go forward in the very best way that we can. So thank you a little later in our service for participating in these groups.
Well, speaking of pauses, this is a time in our service when we have the opportunity to share our bounty with each other. You know, since we're not physically together to pass the basket, we can do so virtually by texting, as you see on the screen, 73256. You put UUFNN in the message box and hit send, then follow the instructions to provide your offering. You know, we're sharing the plate this month with the Village at Sage Street, which provides stability through housing for low-income individuals. It's an amazing project. You have to text separately from your offering. You can also mail a check to the office at 780 Del Monte Lane, Reno 89511. That's the slickest and cleanest way to donate is to sign up for our automatic giving. So contact the office and Carol will send you an automatic draft authorization form. You know, thank you to everyone who has stepped forward to make sure our fellowship is financially secure in these uncertain times. We're aware that there are some who cannot make their commitment because of the current situation. So I urge those of us that can to please contribute beyond our pledge. I'm feeling positive that all of us stepping up will be stronger than ever. So thank you for taking care of our beloved community. Now let the offering begin. I'd like you to join me as we bless these offerings. To the work of this fellowship, which is helping more people grow in love, faith, justice, and joy, we dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings.
In just a few moments, you'll be invited into a small group conversation that will be facilitated by someone who has the questions we would like to discuss. And I want to thank you for participating, to share our learnings, to name the things that we've lost, to look at together at how we want to be and who we want to be for each other and for our world going forward. After the small groups, you'll be brought back into the main room again, and we will finish our service together. To the facilitators, if there is any help needed while you're in our small groups, there is a help button on your screen, and you can push that and we will come to your assistance. And now, thank you once again for taking a few minutes out, some time out of time, to express the things we need to express and have this process as we go forward together. We'll see you back in just a little bit. The groups are making their way back. Through the magic of technology, we're being teleported back all together. Welcome back, and thank you so much for participating in that time together. The data from those groups will be so important to our moving forward together. If there was something that you wanted to say that you did not get said in the small group, just drop me an email and I'll make sure that it gets included in our data. And likewise, if you think of something during this week that you would have liked to have said in your small group, drop me an email and we'll include it. We want to include all the thoughts, all of our voices, everything that should be included in this information as we go forward. Thank you for participating in that. We'll do another time similar to that next Sunday that will focus on some different questions and we'll focus a little more on our going forward together. As we take a pause to acknowledge where we've been these last months, our gains and our losses, we appreciate so much all who have stepped up into leadership in this extraordinary time. So we want to take just a few moments to introduce you to our Board of Trustees for the 2020-2021 year. First, I'd like to introduce Rosalind Bedell, who is one of our co-presidents for the year. And then Linda Bowman is our other co-president for the year. We're sharing the position of president, and we have two co-presidents serving together for this year. Next, I want to introduce you to Kathleen Cook, who is serving as a secretary for the Board of Directors. And then I'll introduce you to Andrea Coldwell, who's our treasurer, serving as our treasurer for this upcoming year. Andrea is joining us from somewhere across the country. And next, I'll introduce you to Lily Egan, one of our co-president-elects for next year. Lily Egan, co-president-elect for next year, along with Chris Hyland. Chris may or may not be on with us at this moment. And so I'll introduce you finally to our members at large of the Board of Directors, and they are Adrian Fisher, and then we have Nancy Oakley, who is, of course, our past president on our Board of Directors. And finally, Barry Hansen is our final member at large of the Board of Directors. And I serve as an ex officio member of our Board of Directors. Together, our community is acknowledging our losses as a result of pandemic, exploring our unstated assumptions and the ways that we were living and worshiping together, and noticing what wants to emerge this year. Those are some of the questions that we're asking. So I have just a few questions so that we can commission our Board of Directors, and I'll invite them and you as a congregation, when we get to your questions, to just give some jazz hands affirming that we do or I do to these questions. Do you, as members of our Board of Trustees, promise to guide us in this next year with the knowledge gained from this community process and with the wisdom of our members and friends of this congregation? Do you commit to leading with humility, humor, and empathy as together we navigate what it means to be a congregation, a board, and a people in this weird and unusual year? And to the members and friends of UUFNN, do you promise to support our board as they lead, sometimes fumbling, sometimes uncertain, sometimes unclear, giving grace, love, and gratitude for the challenge of our current reality? And for all of us, can we commit to living our lives this year as a reflection of our best selves, leading, following, serving from that most positive place inside, being spiritually guided, knowing that we are stronger and more capable together? Thank you so much. And Rosalind Bedell, one of our co-presidents, has just a few words.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here to speak on behalf of myself and my co-president, Linda Bowman, and we're very happy and honored to represent you all this year. And a year which again is going to be very different, as we know, at least for the moment. But I'm very happy to say that the hard work of transition has largely been done last year, moving us to Zoom services and moving us online. We ended last year with tremendous support from the congregation. We are financially stronger than we thought we could be at this point, and that is very encouraging going forward. And the staff have done a tremendous job moving us into this new situation. So I just wanted to quickly read to you a resolution that the Board of Trustees have passed, recognizing the staff. This was drafted by one of our co-presidents-elect, Chris Hyland, who unfortunately can't join us this morning. And I'm going to make it a little shorter for the sake of time. Whereas, due to the strong desire of UUFNN to keep all members safe and healthy during the pandemic, staff has put in long hours and performed tremendously under extremely difficult circumstances to transition the staff to transition to Zoom services and meetings and identify alternative ways to connect with members. Whereas UUFNN staff's dedication and creativity has benefited the congregation by enabling us to maintain the continuity of our programs and stay connected to one another while also staying safe during this unprecedented national challenge. Whereas the staff's dedication and creativity have been an inspiration to the congregation and is a significant reason our members have felt confident to step up their financial support for UUFNN in the midst of the uncertainty created by the pandemic. Therefore, the Board of Trustees resolves as follows. Karen's looking worried. Don't worry, it's good. Number one, the board commends the UUFNN staff for their work and dedication in responding positively and creatively to new demands during this unprecedented period of sudden change and national challenge. UUFNN staff exemplify the ideals of Unitarian Universalism and inspire the board and the congregation through their dedication in successfully transitioning the way UUFNN operates, and through their work keep our congregation both safe and connected. The board is pleased to be able, due to the tremendous financial support of its members, to institute the 2% staff salary increase effective September 1st, 2020, that was deferred by the board because of the financial uncertainty caused by the pandemic. And this resolution was passed on September 16th by the Board of Trustees. So we look forward with our staff and with all of you to a year ahead with many opportunities, ways to be involved and ways to connect. So we all love this place. Thank you all so much.
will be well. All will be well, all will be well. All will be well, all will be well.
We join our hearts and our minds and our spirits for a time of community meditation and prayer. We bring so many things, so many emotions. We bring celebrations and joys. We bring worries and sorrows. And when we bring those, we are not alone. We bring them together as one in community. We bring them together so that we can voice them, and so that they then can be held by all of us together, and we do not hold them alone. So you're invited to take a few minutes now for a time of community meditation and prayer, to record in the chat box, if you like, the things that are most on your hearts this day. And so we gather all of our prayers, our concerns, our intentions, our joys, our celebrations, and we gather them all together, even those that are so deep we have no words. We gather them into the heart of love. Amen.
All will be well. 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 All will be well.
We want to thank you so much for joining us for today's service. As always, you're always welcome, and we invite you to share our worship link with anyone who might benefit from coming together for this time on Sunday mornings. Do watch your email for programming. We'll have some new programs starting soon. One of those I'd like to mention starts today. What you can do about climate change. Workshop starts today with session 1, Understanding and Reducing Our Carbon Footprint. The link is appearing in your chat box now, and you can copy that and then use that to connect, or you can find it in the email that we sent out on Thursday. You're invited to participate in the 3 sessions of that event today and the next couple of Sundays. Our posse is continuing to serve meals for folks without homes and for folks with food insecurity each Wednesday. And you can see our weekly email for how you can help our posse continue that. They're looking for individually wrapped snacks, especially water bottles, not disposable ones, but permanent water bottles that folks can keep. And you can see the email for what else they're needing at this time. After this service, you'll be invited into small groups for an informal time of coffee chat, and you're invited to stay on for that after our closing song and our postlude. Thank you for joining us today. While the song is coming up, this is one of our signature songs. Pay attention to the words.
In the warmth of your presence, I am safe at home. I will stand, I will stand. In the deepest conflict, I am not alone. I will stand, I will stand, I will stand. Stand with his spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand in myself when I'm not feeling strong. I will stand, I will stand. I will tear down the walls and sing a freedom song. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand with his spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will gather the courage I have found in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will honor the vision of who I will be. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand with his spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand with his spark in my hand. I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. I will stand, I will stand. I will stand, I will stand.
I invite you for our benediction and our closing to Offer your hands up in your windows, a sign and symbol of our connection one to another. Beloved, with the spark in my hand, I will stand in the circle with the circle in me. Will you also? For we are indeed stronger together. Blessed be, amen, and namaste.